All right, and we are back. Today, we are going to get a rematch here against the Supersonics. Highlighting this game on January 26th, I'm going to skip through most of the month of January, kind of highlight what's going on with the games. Currently, we stand at 15 and 18. Probably not where we want to be. Obviously, we're not going to try and lose games, but we're trying to get a good player in this year's draft that we can build around. So I'm just going to sim ahead here. We're dropping games like crazy, although we do beat Orlando. Pistons want to get Ben Simmons for Evan Fournier in a second. Fine, sure, do it. Najee Marshall and Patty Mills for Julian Phillips and Andre Drummond. We're not going to take that. Yeah, we're dropping a lot of games here. Obviously got a nice win against the Nets, but yeah. Now I think we're in a more realistic spot. As the Bulls just keep trying to take our players, I'm going to say absolutely not. What were we, 15 and 18? And now we're 17 and 27. So yeah, the tank is on. Although not quite like the Sonics, who are 6 and 39. Good God, they've been bad. Didn't we lose to them? Yeah, we lost by 7. Yeesh. This game we're going to wear our black uniforms and we're going to have them wear their whites. All right, and here we are in Climate Pledge Arena. Let's get this tip-off underway as JaVale McGee wins it. Derrick Rose shot something like 6 for 30. Like, he put up a lot of shots. He only had like 14. So, he's going to be aggressive. We're going to see. That's not a good start for us, though. Hayes taking the screen from Williams. Kicks it out. Williams for 3, and I can't time it for Jack. Yurt 7 on Derrick Rose does not feel like the matchup that we should want here. Although Killian now switches on to him and we give up a 3 to Mihailuk. Vanderbilt on the glass twice. Gets the board. Now we got Mihailuk open for 3. Yeah, might as well have put that one on the board before that even happened. As he just drives right by him and gets all the way to the bucket for the layup. Derrick Rose now dribbling, and Mihailuk passes up a wide open 3. You don't see that very often. Holy. And he drills it again. Svi Mihailuk is just absolutely torching us. Caldwell Pope inside. Oh, that feels like he went straight up on that. Ooh, it's too early. It's too early to challenge it. Caldwell Pope misses the first. Nice. All right, ball don't lie. He makes the second, though. Kenrich, bang. Nice 3 for him. Svi Mihailuk with the ball. Gets the screen. Tries to drive inside, and another foul. Mihailuk gets the first. And he gets the second. Kenrich for 3. Again. He misses. McGee inbounding. Finds Vanderbilt. Who finds Mihailuk, who's wide open for the mid-range. Put that on the board. DeLon is just going to... Oh, man. DeLon had a free lane, and he just sold the dunk. They swing it ahead to Najee Marshall, who gets all the way. Rose takes the screen. Feeds McGee inside, puts up the shot, and makes it. JaVale McGee seems to torch us every time. I don't know why. DeLon now, screen from Yurt 7. Finds Yurt 7 inside. Answers with another 2. They find him again, moving the ball around. He posts up on Yurt 7. He's still posting, gets inside, and lays it in. I take back what I said. I think the offense has definitely been the problem as Mihailuk just drills another 3. We're getting doubled up right now. And now Vanderbilt gets a layup in transition. Good pass for McBride. Running the pick and roll with Watford now. Throwing it up. Hey, there's a lob. Caldwell Pope rejects the screen, drives inside, puts up the layup and gets it. Going back to the bread and butter. Right, lobs it up for Watford, who gets another back-to-back lobs for Trenton Watford. Oh, I needed him to keep cutting. It's okay. DeLon will do it. Hey, nice layup. Couple of stops and a couple of scores. That's all we need. McBride handles at the top. Swings to Pope. Pope drives by Hayes, and I'm hoping commits the charge. I can't tell. It would. Yeah, okay, cool. And Beasley now in transition gets the dunk. All right. Not sure how much of that footage was corrupted or what's going to happen to it. Had to reset some settings. We're back now, though. Sonics dribbling out the clock. 5 seconds left. They feed Powell inside. He can't get it to go. And that's your first quarter, folks. We're down 12. And the lob to Wofford. Hey, good start to the second quarter here, folks. Getting him involved. Right now, we've got Killian Hayes, Najee Marshall, David Roddy, Trenton Watford, and Chris Boucher on the floor. Very interesting lineup by the coach Milan Mack, as Powell gets inside and gets 2. Marshall, guarded by Pope, drives by, sort of, does the weirdest jumper you've ever seen, gets his own miss, tries to go back up, gets his own miss again. Najee Marshall on the board. McBride handling, slings to Baisley, fakes the pass, drives on Watford, gets stuffed, drives, continues, aggressive, can't get it to go though. Up to McBride. McBride drives on Roddy, pulls up, midi jumper, got it. Giving up the 3. Beasley hits it and 1. Oh man, we're falling apart here. And he gets nothing at the line. Nice. Pass ahead to Marshall. Outlaws looking to push. Can't get anything, though. They get it to McBride, who gets it to Pope. Pulls up for 3. Can't go. Najee Marshall with no energy almost turns it over. Gets it to Hayes, who pump fakes. Gets stripped by Pope. Gets it back. Gives it to Marshall, who gets 2. Very curious and lackluster possession there, but it works out. Something the Sonics are doing really well so far is just capitalizing on our mistakes, whether that be a missed shot or a missed, rebound, whatever it is, they are capitalizing really well, and that's why they have a 13-point lead. Gives it to Marshall, who has the mismatch in theory with Dwight Powell on him. Drives by, gets 2. Najee Marshall finally having a great game, controlled by me. Watford, guarded by Pope. Gets some energy back, backs him down, and dunks it. McBride attacking off the screen gets inside and gets the layup. Very weak defense from the Outlaws so far. Marshall now, guarded by Mihailuk, likes that matchup. Jabs, can't get separation, finally does, drives inside, misses the layup, gets his own rebound, can't finish that. Yurtseven on the glass, gets 2. Way to stay with it, Omer Yurtseven. Mihailuk swings it to Rose. Rose slings it inside to Mihailuk, who steps out of bounds. Marshall takes the screen, drives in, and gets 2. Derrick Rose thinks about the 3, swings it inside instead to Vanderbilt, who floats it in for 2. Derrick Rose now gets 2. And Caldwell Pope gets the 3 in transition, leads back to 14. Gotta capitalize on stops. They swing it to Hayes in the corner, tries to drive on Rose. Does eventually get by him and gets 2. Killian Hayes now with 3 quick points, leads back to 11. Pope swings to Rose. Rose doing some fancy footwork, pulls up for 3 and splashes it. Now Hayes making another move, gets inside and gets a layup. Killian now on the break, tries to go inside, instead finds Javonte Green, who attacks the rack and gets 2. Vanderbilt in the post on Boucher, slings it inside, great pass for Rose, great cut, overall great play by the Sonics. While the Sonics may be the worst team in the league, record-wise, they sure do not look like that against us, with now a 14-point lead that they're holding. Rose gets open for a midi, can't get it. McGee on the glass, puts it up, no good, gets his own rebound, slings it to Vanderbilt for 3. He can't get it, And McGee gets the board and slams it down. That is now a 16-point lead. Pulls up for Mitty and gets it. 18-point lead for the Seattle Supersonics. Mihailuk hesitates. Pulls up. Bang. 21-point lead. Svi Mihailuk is absolutely torching us. Screen from Boucher. Stops. Throws it up. Hey, Chris Boucher with the lob. The Sonics will have the last shot if they want it. Rose drives. Pulls it back. Looks like they're drawing the clock down here. 10 seconds left in the half. Rose thinks about it. Drives inside. Puts up the floater and gets swatted. Now 5 seconds left. McGee inbounds it to Rose. Rose got to go to work fast. Finds Pope in the corner. Pope for three. No good, and that's your half. Svi Mihailuk, to no one's surprise, is the leading scorer for the Sonics. Had a decent, efficient game. 16 points, 4 threes in the half. Caldwell Pope, Derrick Rose, McGee, Beasley. Other than that, a pretty well-balanced scoring attack by the Sonics. As for us, Najee Marshall finally has an efficient scoring game. Watford, 4 for 4, 8 points in 9 minutes. Who's shocked about that? DeLon Wright not having a great game. Killian not having a great game efficiency and scoring-wise. Obviously, DeLon has 7 assists with no turnovers, so we appreciate that. Killian has 3 with 3 turnovers. But Kenrich Williams, 1 for 6. Javonte Green, 1 for 4. Just no real scoring outside of Watford and Marshall. Oh, I thought Rose might miss the layup. I took right to the corner because I didn't want the 3, but I didn't realize there was nobody else inside as Killian gets those 2 right back. McGee on the glass, gets fouled. Hayes gets inside, finishes the layup, gets 2. Killian Hayes sneakily putting some stats up. Rose, top of the key, attacks right, sneakily gets inside and gets his 2. Wow, what a play from Derrick Rose. Hayes attacks Mihailuk, can't get anything, gets his own. Kenrich inside for 2. If the Outlaws want to make a comeback here, they need to get some points and get some stops. Not to be cliche, but you do have to score more points than the other team, and at the half, they were down basically 20 as Pope puts up a 3. That's good. Let's say 2 as his foot was on the line. Vanderbilt now underneath the basket, running around. Williams defending, but no luck. After a couple of DeLon Wright free throws, leads back down to 19. Rose goes to the screen, and McGee slams it down. Wright and Watford now. Watford, lob, puts it in. Watford on the alley-oop is the most successful play that we have. We need Watford to be getting way more minutes than he is. Rose in the corner now. Drives, pulls up a midi, and he sticks it. Hayes around the Watford screen. Throws it up. You know the drill, but so do the Sonics as they intercept the pass. Mihailuk's on the break. He doesn't get his 2. Pope rebounds back to Mihailuk, who's blocked. And it's off of them. Killian runs the pick and roll with Watford, throws it up, and Watford with the jam. No surprise that they're looking to get Watford involved on offense. He is their best player, and that is their most efficient play. DeLon Wright attacks Derrick Rose, gets inside and gets a layup. You can say what you want about this team, but you can't say that they give up. A lot of teams come out that half down 20 with a different sense of urgency as Derrick Rose hits the 3 and puts it back up to that 20-point lead, as I said. Swings it to McBride, who's guarded by Yurtseven. That's a mismatch. McBride gets open for 3 and drills it. Right around the Watford screen. Takes it himself all the way. DeLon Wright with 2. Well, in the first half, it was definitely the offense that kept us out of the game. Can't score 44 if your D is giving up 60-something, but Right now, I think it's pretty clear as another 2 inside for McGee. The Sonics are getting whatever they want on offense. You are not going to win many games when that's happening. Caldwell Pope now, trying to size up Roddy. Roddy playing exceptional defense. Pope drives inside, loses it. Ball's tipped. He gets it back. Pope slings it to Rose, who's on fire. Rose dribbles around Hayes, gets all the way to the bucket, and gets the layup. Derrick Rose. What did I say? Watford now picks up Rose, and Rose puts 2 on him anyway. DeLon right now. Oh, they call a flagrant on JaVale. Wow. You don't see too many of those in 2K. If I'm not mistaken, that means DeLon's going to... Of course. We can't get anything going today. Patty Mills checks into the game now. We're going to see what he's made of as he misses the 3. Off the steal. They're out and running. Mills for 3. Bang. Oh, and DeLon Wright gets the steal. Swings it ahead. David Roddy inside for 2. Just when you think they're going to give up and roll over, they come crawling back and keeping this game at 20, which seems to be the sweet spot as they cannot get a stop past that. Patty Mills, pump fakes. You can't go under that screen. On this scenario, I guess you can. 67-90 your score after 3 quarters, which is obviously not good, as the Sonics are the worst team in the NBA, dogging you by 23 points. Through 3 quarters, it's still sort of a ball game. Celtics blew a lead this size to the Cavs. Obviously, Dean Wade had to go berserk for that to happen, but anything's possible. Gets the ball to Green, who tries to drive inside and gets stuffed at the rim by Dwight Powell. Ball up ahead to Beasley. Sneaks inside for 2. And the threes just keep on raining for the Sonics. All right, Yurtseven gets 2. Finally cracked 70. Rose, another pull-up midi. This time won't go. Hayes gets it ahead. Drives inside and gets fouled. Killian Hayes now misses another free throw. Just can't help himself today. There's the second. He actually makes that one. Gets himself finally in double digits. Baldwin Jr. can't stop Mihailuk. Patty Mills throws up the oop to Watford. Fancy dribbles around. They leave Powell open underneath for 2. Brandon Boston now in the game as he tries a lob. Gets it to Watford. Brandon Boston with the good contest. Up ahead to Baldwin, who attacks. Cannot get that to go. Gets his own layup rebound. Patty Mills now inside for 2. Boston drives on McBride and finishes. Wow, Brandon Boston Jr., what a play. Trying to get inside. Dominate on your... There we go. Nice dunk, Patrick Baldwin Jr. I'm seeing a lot more out of the third stringers on this team than I have been the starters. And we leave Mihailuk open for 3. Bang. Brandon Boston. I want to see what he's made of. Nice dribble moves. Finds Mills, who gets the layup. Wow, what a nice play. Starters check back in now, most of them, except for Watford. Williams is still on the bench. And Yurtseven is fouled. Yurtseven makes them both at the line, giving him an 8-8 game. At this stage in the game, it's pretty much over once they score again, as Hayes gets inside for 2. Only chance that the Outlaws have of winning this game are allowing no more points and scoring a lot more. McGee hands off to Rose, pull-up jumper. That's no good. Marshall drives inside, blocked by McGee. That's probably it. Mihailuk Swings it inside to McGee, who dunks it. 18-point game with under 3 minutes to go. Yurtseven now a double-double, 10 and 10 off of that layup. They swing to Pope, who's guarded by Yurtseven. McGee, now doubled, gets it anyway. Yurtseven blocked by the backboard, it appears. Rose tries to get inside, feeds to Pope. Pope gets the layup back to 20. Right around the screen, they feed Yurtseven inside. He's got a mismatch on Rose. He puts it in. Killian Hayes now cherry picking on the other end, gets his layup. Shot clock winding down, puts up the two. He's got it. DeLon Wright steals it. Up ahead to Killian. He gets two more. Killian padding those stats. Good for him. Final is going to be 112-96. A dominant win by the Supersonics, who really did not trail often in this game. For a team that was 6-39, they don't look so bad now. Player of the game is going to be Derrick Rose. He just had a very good performance. We'll check all the stats in a moment here. Derrick Rose again, this time 24 and 12. Still not efficient though. 28 shots. Very clear that he is still past his prime. But hey, he still gave us more points than any player on our team scored, I'll tell you that. Svima Hailuk finishes with 21 on 17 shots. Still not super efficient, but he was like 5 of 10 from 3. So the real hero of this game for them was definitely JaVale McGee. He had an efficient 17. He had 18 rebounds, 4 blocks. Just dominant performance by him. Also clear that a lot of their role players stepped up. When we look at our team, we didn't really have a dominant player, let alone a role player step up. So pretty well balanced scoring attack, though. Yurtseven, Marshall, Wright, Watford, Hayes. Pretty much everyone other than Kenrich Williams, who goes 2 for 8 in this game, was in double figures out of our starters. Patty Mills had some good play off the bench. 6 minutes, 7 points. So there you go. Watford actually did get some minutes, though. Probably not enough for a guy that's one of our better overall players. Team comparison, we shot 2 of 16 from 3. So that's not good. And they shot 11 of 37. Not a great percentage, but you're not going to win very many basketball games only making 2 threes, especially only attempting 16 threes. We did win the free throw battle, made as many as they attempted, although we missed 8 free throws, which would have been pretty important in getting us back into the game. I'd say with the Sonics, biggest lead being 27, to only lose by 16 shows a little bit of pride. Really no other noticeable differences, which, seriously, not losing the rebound battle to me is crazy, especially not the offensive rebound battle. Did not feel like we got that many second chance opportunities, but I guess we're wrong there. I'm not very happy with that game, and I'm not very happy with that result. I want a rematch, and luckily we play the Sonics on February 6th, right before the trade deadline. So that's going to be the next episode. I am going to get us to that game. We're going to sim and see. The Jazz are offering us John Collins for Killian Hayes and a second-round pick in 2028. I don't know why the Jazz would do this, seeing as they could pick up Killian Hayes if they want to in real life and aren't. So even though that's a great trade for us, I'm going to decline. The Nets want to get probably Jeff Green for Dorian Finney-Smith and a second. I'm going to say no. 2 losses in a row, 3 losses in a row. Actually, way more than that, as we lost a ton of games before that point. Javonte Green in a second for Malachi Flynn, and that's just not happening. The Sonics now have won a couple of games since they played us. They went 2-2 over their last 4. So now they're 9-41, and we're 18-31. They are still the worst team in the league by a decent margin. We're sitting there at the 12th spot. The Utah Jazz, Spurs, and Rockets are all worse than us record-wise as of this recording. Pretty good teams at the top. The Warriors still somehow with Steph Curry and their normal core leading the league, Gotta love how realistic 2K is, as the Thunder are the 8th seed. It's so funny how bad the Celtics are in this game for no reason. I mean, your starting lineup is 86, 85, 90, 95, and 88. Like 22 and 25. I mean, that's really not that far from us. Yeah, we're like 5 games back from the Celtics. That's just crazy. Looking at it statistically, Watford is averaging the most efficient 14 points you'll ever see. And Najee Marshall's having an inefficient time. So is Killian Hayes. You're at 7. I mean, he's averaging a double-double, which is cool, but 45 field goal percent for a center, not great. DeLon obviously not efficient either. Javante not great. We need a guy. We need a guy on this team, and I'm pretty sure we'll get one in the draft. So next episode, we're going to have the game against the Sonics, the 3rd matchup of the season. Maybe we don't get swept. That's probably our goal right now. We gotta take one of these, and then we'll have the trade deadline. So that's going to be a really exciting episode. I can't wait to record it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.